want to be an engineer.
I want to be a filmmaker.
I want to become an entrepreneur.
Now I become an RN.
I'm a healthcare professional.
I want to be a successful businessman.
Hello and welcome to fYouTure here on Fullerton College Television. My name is Ryan Osborn, and today we will be having a fellow Hornet share with us as to why they chose their major and how that choice will benefit their future. Here with us is Rudy Pesci. Rudy, what's your major here at Fullerton?
I'm a CRTV major with an emphasis in film.
How'd you choose that major?
I started a news program in high school, and I really liked, the creativity and kind of the technical work. And when I went into college, I kind of decided, hey, I want to continue this, but I want a little bit more creativity, so that's why I chose film over TV.
So technical work, is that something that you would want to do as a job in the industry?
Yeah, ultimately, I want to be a cinematographer, so working with lights, working with cameras, kind of like directing a little bit, and, like picking out themes and color themes and all that for the different shows.
Now, before we went on the air, you were talking about how you also have an interest in photography. What brought you that interest?
Right. It's kind of hand in hand with being a cinematographer. It's like creating images, just being artful in that way. But also, there's a little bit of technicality to it. And I think taking Jeff Minton's class here, it really opens up like who you want to be and what visual language you want. And so that's a lot of fun.
Is that something that you feel you would like to carry on as a hobby?
Oh yeah, for sure. I know a lot of big time cinematographers, they do just photography on the side, to kind of like develop new techniques and all that. And I really do think that being a photographer is like kind of like a side job kind of thing. I do a lot of event photography. I do band photography. It's just kind of like when it comes to me, I do it. But in my other free time, I just like take a lot of landscape pictures, some portraits on the street. It's a lot of fun.
You talk about big cinematographers. Who is one person that you look up to?
In the industry, I probably look up to Roger Deakins. He's my favorite. He has a very naturalistic look in terms of both colors and lighting. It's not like extreme and artful. Like if you ever seen American Beauty, it's a film by Conrad Hall, which is just beautiful cinematography. And it matches the story, which is very important, but it's not very realistic. And I think that sticking to realism kind of like helps bring the audience into the story just a tad more, and I think that's really the most important thing when you consider cinematography.
Speaking of that, do you ever watch movies now with more of a critical eye now that you are...
I can't watch movies.
Really?
With friends, yeah. All my friends hate me just because of I'm always calling out continuity errors, when lighting doesn't match. It's the first thing that comes to my eye, yeah. I'm always considering things now.
Do you feel that that also helps you enjoy the movie more if you do see one that is consistent?
Yeah, I think that watching the good movies like Star Wars, they were really consistent with a lot of their shots. And it's like to a point when it's that good, you can just kind of skip over it and really dive into the story. Usually I'll watch a movie a second time, and that's when I actually come to enjoy it.
Now, how'd you choose Fullerton College?
I was planning to go to Cal State Fullerton, but I was out of town in Italy for 2 weeks, so I missed the orientation dates. And they weren't too willing to work with me on readjusting those dates, so I came here to Fullerton College, ended up saving, thousands and thousands of dollars. Which has been really helpful, and I'm planning to just go straight to a big-time university instead of through Cal State Fullerton for a year or two, and then on to USC or Chapman.
So you're looking to transfer out then?
Yeah, that's right.
Now, what school are you looking to transfer out to?
Like I said, USC or Chapman. I'm also looking at Cal State Fullerton.
Hold on, we'll put a bookmark there because we got to go to commercial break. Please stay tuned. So welcome back to Future. I'm Ryan Osborn alongside Rudy Pesci, talking to him about his chosen career path here at Fullerton College and what steps he has taken along the way. Rudy, before we went to commercial break, you were talking about a couple schools you were looking at.
Yeah, so I'm really interested in USC. They're currently the #1 film program in the U.S. I'm really interested in Chapman just because they have you can major in film production, but you can specifically choose an emphasis in cinematography, which is really important to me. And then Cal State Long Beach has a really nice film program for a lot less money, and you get to work with a lot of cool professors there too. So all three are really on my radar. I'm waiting to hear back from 2 out of the 3 right now, so it's going to be a fun couple days just waiting to hear back.
So in order to move on, you also have to make sure that you're responsible as a student here at Fullerton.
Right, and that's what I've kind of spent the last 3 years doing. I've really focused in on like my classes, making sure I show up on time to every single one of them, getting all the work done, just making sure my grades are tip-top for the different universities. But it's also been fun trying to figure out the correct balance of focusing too much on school and focusing too much on work. And I feel like I've found a really happy medium in there.
Talking about work, is there an ideal job that you're looking forward to possibly having?
On my career path up to cinematographer, because not a whole lot of people actually make it straight to being a full-time cinematographer, I really want to work as an assistant camera, possibly a gaffer, or even a colorist in the post-production department.
A gaffer?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So all that just technical side.
Right, yeah. I think that's where a lot of the fun is for me. I like understanding, like how things work and how they shape light. We actually have a lighting quiz today, so I'm really prepared to show off a lot of what I know.
Well, good luck on the lighting quiz.
Thank you.
But here at Fullerton, is there anything that you've seen as difficult?
I think in terms of difficulty, it's kind of been just the figuring out of like how much work in school that I have to balance in my life and also fun. But in terms of like actual classes, I'd say that I had a really fun anthropology class. It was actually a lab. I mean, it was fun, but it was a lot of work, like just kind of reintroducing myself to the sciences that I haven't taken since freshman, sophomore year in high school. So that was a little bit difficult, but I feel like I kind of slotted myself in like after I got in tune with it.
Now, what's your favorite part of being a Fullerton College Hornet?
Being a Hornet, I kind of like the community here compared to other colleges. Like out of all the community in JC colleges, I feel like Fullerton kind of has the most homey feel out of all of them. It's like we all kind of know that we're here for a couple years and then transferring. Not a whole lot of people just come here and then hope that they figure it out. Here at Fullerton, there's kind of like a home feel of like, okay, we're here, we're going to get work done, and then we're going to go off to the big universities and make it.
So you have to come in here with a goal.
Right, yeah, I think that's an important part. And Fullerton does offer a lot of different opportunities for kind of figuring it out. I think they have a counseling class, which I had a friend take, and he said it really helps you like focus in on where you want to go with your life. And so if you don't have a goal, they really make it easy to kind of figure out what your goal is and how to get there too.
Well, thank you, Rudy. We want to thank you for coming on to the show and telling us your wise words. You are an inspiration to future and current students everywhere. This has been another encouraging episode of Future. Your future is right there in front of you. You just have to make the right step forward. Thank you once again, Rudy, for coming in, and we will see you next time on FCTV. Take care.